Woohoo! Mystic GLoLady here. I would like to thank you for joining me. This is the divinatory reading for Aries for October 2015. And yes, this is another new format. I'm trying this one out. It seems like this one would be easiest for me, at least at this time, this moment in time. So, let's see what energy we have beneath us. And this month we have the Five of Wands, the strife. What have you been striving for? Make sure you put it beneath you. The energy, okay? Wands is work. So all that hard work that you have done, it is not lost, okay? It is beneath you. It is the energy that you have to work with. Now, when we started out in your first house of self, of body, appearance, you have the King of Wands, okay? The Wands, you're working on yourself. Now, Aries, right now, you still have Uranus. Uranus is their retrograde. Uranus, what's that unexpected? Who are you? Who are you turning into? That's a big part. We also have that full moon coming up in Aries this month. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have the full moon in Aries. I just got done doing the reading before, and I didn't move my papers. So, that full moon is going to be in Taurus at the end of the month on the 27th. So I will talk about that a little bit more because it's going to be falling into your second house of money. What are those things with money that you have to let go of? Is it a certain ideal that you have regarding money that needs to be let go of? Well, in the second house, you have the Nine of Wands, the great strength, okay, the work. Working, okay, is it your work habits that need to be changed, okay, because there's some work for some money this month, all right? In the third house, of short distance travels, communication, you have the Six, the Lovers card. Ooh. Looks like you're going to be communicating pretty good. Is that with your lover that you're going to be communicating good with? Are you traveling to see your lover this month? Now, this being a general reading, okay, we put Aries in the first house. So Gemini would be in your third house. So Gemini is already communications. So, you know, loving it. You know, it looks to be going good in October. Now, in your fourth house of home, okay, your mother, your sacred space, you have the Eight of Wands, the swiftness. So the things that have been holding you up, remember what I was talking about, you know, on the bottom? You know, all that's been holding you up. It has been holding you up, and it's been creating a better you. Okay, so all those challenges that you have been going through, they have made you way much stronger than what you were. Okay, now in your fifth house, you already have Leo there. You already have Venus. Venus is there hanging around. Now remember, we had that Venus and Mars, that they were conjunct on September 1st. Well, at the end of October, in the second half of October, Venus and Mars are going to be dancing real close again. Okay, so Venus and Mars, that love and passion, that's going to be going until, hold on a minute. Sorry about that rude interruption. I can't begin to tell you how hard it is for me to do these videos. It is very, very challenging, trust me. just to produce these videos, it's challenging. So now that we can go back again, let's go back again to where we left off, because we left off with that Venus in the 5th house. Remember, that 5th house is children, sex, creativity, fun. And you have the Sun card. Yes, ma'am, indeedy. That means if you want children, if you are trying for children, the chances of becoming pregnant will be great. So enjoy yourselves. Remember, Venus is bouncing in there. Now it will be going into Virgo later on in the month, but at the beginning, it's right there in your 5th house. So enjoy yourself. Then in the 6th house, in the 6th house of work, of service, daily routine, your health, you have Virgo. And as well as Virgo, well, Virgo being in there, you have Jupiter multiplying, okay? Jupiter is multiplying your work. Now, being in Virgo, it's probably getting it more organized. Plus, you have Mars in there. Remember, Venus is going to be going in there into Virgo. Let's see. Venus is going to be going on the 9th. It will be at 0 degrees of Virgo. Okay, so there's going to be some really good work coming up for you in the month of October. Now, you also have the 6 of Swords, the earned success, that good communications. So, you know, don't let it go to waste. Don't let it go to waste. You have some really good energy to work with in October. Just don't let it go to waste. Okay, you like to start things. Aries likes to start things, but a lot of times Aries isn't the one who finishes them. Okay, so don't start a project and, you know, count on someone else to finish it. Okay, things are really building up, and you have that energy to make a new change. You know, to who are you? You know, who are you? What do you want to do? The opportunities are coming up in October to, you know, this is who I am. Okay? This is who I am. Now, in your 7th house, of relationships, partnerships, you have the Chariot. Now, that's taking things into your own hands. In your 7th house, you have Libra. Libra is that balance. Then you have the Sun, so the Sun is shining on your relationship house. Mercury is there. Mercury is retrograde at the beginning of the month, but then it's going to be direct on the 10th. And it's in Libra, okay? It'll finish up the end of the month at 26 degrees of Libra. But it's still right there, you know, in your relationship house. So getting your communications, what needs to be straightened out in your communications. And right there, you have the Chariot, so let's take things into your own hands. You know, how are you feeling? Are you, well, it looks like you're starting to communicate. You know, it looks like you're starting to open up. You know, say what you mean what you say what you mean, but say it honestly. If you can't speak honestly, then who are you fooling? You know, really, you're fooling yourself. Okay? Now, Scorpio in the 8th house, that's of other people's money. It's past relationships, death, taxes, inheritance. You have the 8, the Strength card. So yes, using other people's money, you will have this strength of using other people's money in order to get ahead in October. Now, in the 9th house, you have Sagittarius, and Saturn is there. Saturn is that teacher. So what is Saturn telling you? 9th house, learning lessons. Now we have the Justice card in the 9th house. Part of is those legal lessons. You know, if you haven't played by the rules, then you might be taught the rules in a way that you don't want to or prefer not to learn them. But higher learning, where is that justice in it? Okay, are you going to school to learn law? It's not that we need more lawyers, we need more honest lawyers. Excuse me about that one. But seriously, if you're going to school to study law, because we do need more honest lawyers, we do need more honest lawyers who want to stand up for the people and not just for the profit that people's activities, bring in for them. We need lawyers who will stand up for the rights of the people and not just to pad their pockets. We know those plea bargains are just the bargains. Okay, the people don't. Okay, the people don't. So if you're in a situation, learn law regarding that. Okay, don't just count on an attorney taking over for you. Learn all those fine details, because really the attorney doesn't have much time in order to devote to your case, and really it's a lot of money to have an attorney devote to your case. So if you're going through something legal, well then look it up, study it. Okay, don't just waste money on an attorney. Study what infraction, what was the infraction. Those of you who are going through the legal system, what is the infraction? Look at what the code, what the statute is, and look that up. And then whatever that says, put that in the search engine and look that up. Okay? Find out, what is it? What are they trying to say I did? Okay? And as I said, those of you who are studying law, yay, more power to you. Long distance travel, or are you traveling for work? Now, in your 10th house, in your 10th house of career, you have Pluto there. So Pluto is that change and transformation. So your career is already going through some change and some transformation, and you have the moon. Okay, the moon is in your career house. The moon is your emotions. So if you can keep your emotions in check and remember, what you're coming, the energy that you have beneath you to work with, you have a possibility of a big transformation for you coming in October. Okay, now in your 11th house, in the 11th house is Aquarius, and the Aquarius is I know. Okay, humanitarian, original, futuristic, 11th house of friends, associates, hopes and wishes. You have the Hanged Man. Okay, the Hanged Man is your own self-crucifixion. Are you giving too much to your friends? Is that the change that you are going to make at that new moon? Is that what it is? Now, I'm sorry, I had talked about the full moon, but I did not talk about the new moon, those new beginnings coming in your 7th house of relationships. Okay, remember we have Mercury that's in there, that's retrograde, that's going to be going direct, but it's still retrograde on that new moon. So the new beginnings, is it really learning how to communicate in relationships? Could that be a new beginning for you, that you are learning, what is it that you really want and need in a relationship? If you don't know what you want and you're not happy, well, are you counting on someone else to make you happy? Because we can make ourselves happy. And if someone is making you unhappy, well, then you know what doesn't make you happy. Okay? Now, to end it all, in the 12th house we have Neptune in there. Neptune, the illusions, delusions, and it's retrograde, so the truth is being revealed. Now, the 12th house is our hidden enemies, our secrets, jails, institutions, and you have material happiness. Okay? So it looks like you're learning what you need to learn in your 9th house regarding that justice. Okay, regarding the justice with the jails, yeah. So study, learn what you need to learn, and you're not going to be facing those jails, you know, those in behind the doors. Now, as I say that, we also have to remember about the hangman and our own self-crucifixion. You know, with our friends, are we being too good with our friends? You know, are we giving up on our hopes and our wishes? Is it just an excuse to blame someone else why we cannot get our hopes and our wishes? Okay, we have to ask ourselves those questions. So the first 10 days, it's all filled with work. You know, working on you is a big part of it. And when you work on you, everything is going to be playing out. Everything is going to be bam, 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 bam. It's going to all click together. Okay? Work on you, and everything else will, like I said, all come together. I mean, you have a very good opportunity to create new things in October. You know, working on that relationship. You know, the relationship getting to a point that you've always wanted. But don't give too much. Don't give too much of yourself. I see, you know, the self-crucifixion, and as long as you don't, you know, play that martyr with your friends, you're going to be all right. Okay? So I do hope you like this divinatory reading, and please like, share, subscribe, comment, and let me know. Like I said, I think this way it's going to be a little bit easier. Yeah, it would be nice. So, see you, love you, bye.